away to Vitality without even thinking about it. They were like, one knock? Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good decision making overall. We're just trading mics all over the place. But no, it's lovely to see that IQ gets that opening knock with an insanely accurate burst spray. Like, that was just a beautiful execution. And the team was like, well, we have the man advantage. Might as well send it and actually get that engagement. So yeah, IQ's just been spectacular, not just in terms of the eliminations he's able to get. We're just trading stuff right now still. But also in the terms of the opportunities he is able to create for the entirety of the team. And when an opportunity has been made, man, they just fully send it.
They do fully send it. Let's take a look. Actually, I want to see 4Thrive stats so far, because this team is one that has been picking it up so far today. They've been getting those eliminations. I want to see a little bit more placement points out of this squad, especially for this last match. IQ, it's not just Falag too, Blank, because that's one thing that we always talk about 4Thrives. Falag, who Sypha has been able to step it up to when we ended up thinking about PMGO. T24 is that player that just really hasn't been performing that well. I'm hoping is going to start picking it up.
I mean, T24 has always been a really good player, right, overall, which has been nice to see. But you're right, Huzaifa putting a lot of work here. IQ, you talk about clutch ability with the macro play as well on side. I mean, he's making some good calls right now. I think for this game, you're getting deeper and deeper into these matches is a really, really important thing for 4Thrives. There was a lot of love from the crowd there as well, which was great to see. Also, can I just say, why have you got a heavier mic than to all of us? Your mic, like,
here,
is...
let's switch it.
What, you want yours back? King Mike.
So I can talk to Tomasz.
This one's like less, ooh. That's better. Yeah, this is lights, you know? Light on my feet, on the desk. You can call this a desk, it's more of a couch. But yeah, overall, I think I completely agree with you. Macro-wise, looking great. I do just want to kind of bring it back to Tiamba right now. They did drop in.
Max, don't leave me hanging, come on.
Oh, sorry. Hey,
please go on.
Let's chat about Tiamba, right? We had a lot to talk about them today, didn't we, Lace? They've dropped in a new sub now in Shallow. Milu's out for the time being. I think that the team definitely slowed down. Slowed down in a big way. It is hurting them a lot. We're not seeing those snap decisions anymore.
Yeah, it's not even like that they're trying to do something a little bit different. It's now just their strategy is not working for it's insane to see. They're still making the same strategies, the rotates, but when going into a fight now, they seem to be losing it, which they're playing their same game, but it's not working out for them. So I'm seeing I'm picking up what you're putting down here.
Me too. And one team that's been picking it up, especially here in the last couple of games too, has been OG. OG has been able to step it up. We saw them finish in the top 4 situation right there. And they've been seeing, we even saw them in Rondo being able to get eliminations too, switching it up a little bit more, using the Rondo, since they're able to revive people, trying to be more aggressive, Max.
Yeah, I definitely didn't see the aggression we witnessed from them back in their respective from time to time. But no, here actually a really good 2-2 split, maintaining that high ground position up north and sending 2 players down. I understand the reasoning behind it, but at the end, pushing that compound is incredibly rough. I understand the reasoning behind it, but at the end of today, but I do want to highlight here before we do wrap up this desk, man, Ida finally gave up the hot drop onto Nigma Galaxy. Oh my goodness, thank you so much.
It's good, right? You know, getting a second place off the back of that is cool. I was almost expecting them to clutch up there versus S2G, because that is very typical Ida, is just to get all the way to an end game and then just have a really silly win at the end of it.
Yeah. Ida, sorry, I'm thinking about Fudia because I saw them being able to get that chicken dinner earlier in the day. But Ida, yes, I agree with both of you. I'm glad that they finally just stopped doing that hot drop and decided to change the mentality, because they were in last place before they decided to make that change. One team that's currently not in last place and is wanting to challenge that first place is none other than Fudia, and I believe Kalara's got a chance to talk to them.
Hey guys, of course I am down here on the stage with Ayala, as I have him after this great performance here throughout day number 2 of the finals. My first question here for Erangel is, sorry, Miramar even I should say, in the second Miramar. You guys had great space control to be able to eventually get yourself to that win. So talk to me about that late game and what threats you might face.
Queria perguntar como é que foi o jogo do Miramar para vocês, né? Ali no final, como é que vocês estavam se sentindo ali no late game? Qual foi a estratégia de vocês?
E aí, tudo bem? Esse jogo aí a gente começou perdendo o chifre, só que a gente não desistiu e continuou querendo. A gente jogou bem esse jogo mesmo estando em trio. Então a gente ganhou os morros, foi jogando juntos e a gente conseguiu ganhar a play.
So it was very nice play. We managed to get it through with 3 players. So very it was nice really important for us. We made the right decisions with 3 players. So it was really important for us. We made the right decisions with 3 players. So it was really important for us. We made the right decisions with 3 players. So it was really important for us. We made the right decisions with 3 players. So it was really important for us. We made the right decisions with 3 players.
इनिशिएट कर रही थी फाइट्स भी या थर्ड पार्टीज भी ले रही थी कॉन्फिडेंटली, वो थोड़ा डाउन इनिशिएट कर रही थी फाइट्स भी या थर्ड पार्टीज भी ले रही थी कॉन्फिडेंटली कि अगर कहीं साउंड सुन लिया तो डाउन इनिशिएट कर रही है आसपास से थर्ड पार्टी का इनिशिएशन होता है ना, उसका डिसीजन जो मेकिंग है साउंड सुन लिया तो डाउन इनिशिएट कर रही है आसपास से थर्ड पार्टी का इनिशिएशन पहली बात तो एज अ टीम उसका डिसीजन जो मेकिंग है थोड़ा डाउन इनिशिएट कर रही है आसपास से थर्ड पार्टी उसके अलावा पहली बात तो एज अ टीम बहुत कि पिक ऑफ हो जा रहे थे, 4 मैन नहीं रह रहे थे तो कहां से कॉन्फिडेंस लाएंगे करने का। बट जब 4 मैन रह रहे हैं तब थोड़ा वो एकदम कॉन्फिडेंट गेम प्ले जो ग्रुप स्टेज में दिखाता ना वो नहीं दिख रहा। उसके 2 रीजंस हो सकते हैं, एक तो लॉबी बहुत ज्यादा टफ है, बेस्ट 16 टीम खेल रही है वर्ल्ड की, ऊपर से क्या थोड़ा प्रेशर ले रहे लड़के या कॉन्फिडेंस थोड़ा डाउन हुआ। मेरे को लग रहा है इंडिविजुअली है ना दोनों टीम को एक चिकन डिनर चाहिए। दोनों टीम को चिकन आएगा ना थोड़ा राहत मिलेगा कि चिकन आया है, अब यहाँ से एक मोमेंटम मिटाना है। बट जिस तरीके से ओजी लास्ट 3 गेम के लिए ना उनका मोमेंटम सेट हो रहा है एंड ये बहुत अच्छी न्यूज है। गॉड लाइक का मोमेंटम सेट होना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है क्योंकि मैं चाहता हूँ दोनों इंडियन टीम अच्छा करे, दोनों अच्छा करके दोनों टॉप 5 पोडियम की तरफ बढ़े, बहुत बड़ी बात होगी इंडिया के लिए। बट जिस तरीके से ये लोग खेले थ्रू आउट दिस PMWC, सुपर प्राउड। अगेन आई विल से इररिस्पेक्टिव ऑफ द रिजल्ट आने वाले गेम्स कैसे भी जाए, रेस्पेक्ट हमेशा इन प्लेयर्स के लिए टॉप पे रहेगी, आप लोग को भी रखनी चाहिए। ठीक है, चलो चालू करेंगे जल्दी से जल्दी दूसरा गेम
Slowly slipping down
ताकि
the
मजे आए
rankings
अपने
now.
को। Yeah, Aurora is starting to be a bit of a red flag for me as well, Lace.
Yeah, it's a little disappointing to see. They're getting active and busy in sort of these mid games, but they're not sort of pushing it any further than that, and not sort of solidifying any eliminations. It's kind of like I feel like Aurora and especially Ulf, they're obviously doing well. They're not on that second page, but I kind of feel like they're just sliding by. Consistency's there. I would say Aurora has dropped more consistency than Ulf, for example, but I'm kind of just feeling like they're grazing by.
I mean, Aurora, actually, if you compare the placement points to the teams above them, they all got wins, right? 1 win, 2 wins. So actually, the placement points are not bad. It's just really the eliminations they're missing out on. Second page, though, teams
Which is
still,
wild.
yeah, starting to still linger down here. But keep in mind, Ida started the day with 2 points. Now they got 25. They're not in the bottom rank anymore.
Stop hyping them up. They've had one good game.
I got to praise them. They didn't hot drop. Okay, so I don't want him to go back to it. Good job, Ida. Keep it up. Yes.
It's like a kindergarten right now.
Ida fighting.
Good job. You used blue instead of red there.
You get a gold
Well
star.
done.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to see more Ida. I think Emre's a great player, but we have to be honest. We do have to be honest here about it, where it's not looking great. I'd like to see them push that a little bit further now going forward. But yeah, I do think they're a good team. I think they're a good team. It's just I want to see more out of them. And until then, I'm not going to be praising them for not hot dropping 3 times in a row.
I will. I'm still happy. So
I know you're a lovely guy compared.
Hello.
Me.
Hey. By the way.
That Molotov, in that moment, we were all hyped. We were like, yes, that
Break
was an
ऐसे भी
amazing
कर
Molotov.
लेंगे,
This is
break
stopping
बड़ा
the
हो गया है
team
already.
from being able to just fully flush out the players that were not from him. But before we send it over to the next match, let's send it over to Kalaris and Neptira.
हो रहा है, शुरू हो रहा है.
That's right, down on the stage here, of course, with Neptira, goddess of the sea, here as we have had 4 games down, 4 games to go. We're going to talk about some of the teams as well. Nep, as
अभी
we
4 मैच है ना
Fury
फटफट
looking
होंगे क्योंकि
fantastic
ब्रेक
so
हो
far.
गया.
Let's just ignore game 1.
अभी चारों मैच
But other than that,
जबाजब
looks
कंप्लीट
really good
करेंगे.
throughout the day.
It has. I'm really excited to see what Fury is actually going to be doing moving forward into the next couple of games, because they are looking just so much better. Their synergy is on point. You can tell the communication is much better.
कितने मैच बाकी है?
Ayala
4.
and Silence again in that Miramar, got to shout out them. They were looking very
एक अच्छा क्लच और देखने मिल जाए पावर के जैसा अपनी टीम से. ओए होए
around each other in a way that
सेट
we
हो
were
जाएंगे.
not seeing yesterday. So yeah, I am really excited with them. They're being very decisive as well, using zone, using other teams. So I do like that a lot for them.
Yeah, listening to Ayala just before in the interview, right? Very
चल मार नहीं हो रहा है क्या? भाई
shrug
काश
off
अपने
any
इंडियन लैंड होता.
off any kind of challenge that do come their way.
इंडिया में ऐसे लैंड हो रहा था, ऑडियंस जो
And then be
पंप
able to
करती
get
ना भाई
right back
सबको.
on the horse again to be able to put themselves in a great spot. So
सब तगड़े
I think
तगड़ा
I'm
पंप
particularly
करती
been
भाई.
impressed by the fact that Fury, when they
कहाँ से
basically
कौन क्या
forfeited
चिल्ला था,
that
कहाँ
fight
से
on
कौन क्या
Miramar,
चिल्ला
just to
था.
clear out
नेक्स्ट
that
लेवल
west
पंप
side
कर
was
दी थी.
so pivotal to be getting that win.
Oh, it was, and it was such great knowledge of what the teams had to do, right? Not just worrying about their game, but also worrying about what the other teams, what
Rank
their
push का भी
options
खत्म
were
होगा
in
ना, उसके
that
बाद कर
zone,
लेंगे.
right? You know, they were making sure that
3 घंटे के करीब ऐसे पकड़ के चलो. ये खत्म हो रहा है अपना अभी से 8 बज रहे हैं, ऐसा पकड़ के चलो.
everybody else's options.
8:45
go
second.
The team is that team control.
9:30
so
go
third.
third.
But how do we make everybody else work for us?
Let's talk about one of the big names from the group stage.
10:45.
12
बज जाएंगे ये खत्म होते होते.
looking at and having big expectations of, and rightly so considering what we saw from them in the group stage.
Yeah, I'm
12 बज रहे ये
really
खत्म होते
hopeful
होते.
for them because yeah, again, similar to Furia, right? Thor Thrives had a rocky start to the finals, but what we're seeing from them particularly
फाइट्स मिलना मुश्किल और मिल जाए तो प्राइस देख के लगता है कि इससे अच्छा तो छुट्टी ले लो. मेरी आधी जिंदगी
they're like, no, please.
ठीक और भाई इसको कंटिन्यू कर
It's
देंगे.
just like it's odd.
ये वाली स्ट्रीम को कंटिन्यू मार लेंगे.
Is it because
For
Max
3
picked them
hours.
to win?
Possibly. It is possible.
Yeah, possibly. Who just laughed in my ear? What was that? Was that our producer?
I think it was.
Even the producer knows about the Max Man curse. This is ridiculous. But yeah.
Infamous.
I think in the group stage they had some good splits and stuff like that. But yeah, we've got to get a little bit more here in the finals. All right, it's time to
चाहे
get
गॉडी
into
विनो
our
मार.
next game here.
लास्ट
Game
गेम मारा
number 5
उसने.
of the day
मस्त
here for
मारा.
MWC
वो
JT
जो
finals.
शॉटगन से मारा वो बढ़िया था.
Thank you very much,
Chaliye.
Kalaris and Natura down on the stage, leading us in to the not the final. There we go. Get ahead of myself. Goodness me. We're on to match number 9. We're on our middle billing of Erangel today, and we have one more match of it after this as well, as we are near enough crossing the mark of our day after this one as well.
Jai Mata Di.
This will be the 4th match that we played on our big bumper bonus day of 8 matches.
Hopefully भाई.
Into it. This Erangel is going to be a
Hopefully ये गेम अपने नाम का हो.
matches of Miramar.
Let's go, let's go.
Rondo, and now we are getting into our second match of Erangel here. And it's going to be interesting
Second
to see
Erangel
just which team is going to come out on top, because we're starting to see a little bit of differences here, right? We're starting to see some of the squads at the bottom show up. It's good to see Ida make some noise, and honestly, if they were going to start making a run, now's the time. So
WS कर दो भाई लोग एंटोडे.
there's still plenty of
Indian
games,
flags
plenty
भी
of
आने
time
दो.
to boom, right?
चलो.
Back to back chicken
जय
dinners.
माता दी.
And let's see
एक
if
गेम
now
अच्छा
is
तगड़ा
gonna be
दिखा
that
दो.
opportune time for
दिल खुश
Ida.
हो जाए.
They're no longer hot dropping Enigma Galaxy.
Maybe they're feeling themselves after that one.
Yeah.
They're just going to go back.
Oh, that worked.
Yeah. Or like, hang on a minute. We're quite good at this. We got late into that game. You know, let's go back on hot drop them because we'll win now, right? Right? Don't think that's going to work out. Hopefully they stay away, but that might be good news for everybody who's facing Enigma Galaxy. We saw their 2-2 split out from Pachinki. Not really work out too well from them.
सोचा भी ईडा घुस जाए निगमा पे.
Shifts were
अलग ही
very
vibe नहीं आ
dramatic. I think
जाएगी.
it's safe to say for the majority of the zones right up until the final.
भाई आज तो ये लोग भी थक जाएंगे खेलते
a little
खेलते.
bit more sensible by that time. So many had already fallen victim to the circle on those ships.
8 मैच खेलना भाई.
Pretty difficult.
हैंग हो जाए और इसमें दिमाग इतना चलाना पड़ता है ना स्क्रिम्स वगैरह में. स्क्रिम्स बोले थे टूर्नामेंट में.
Side of the mainland, going between Stalber and Saverni and heading over to Novo. So potentially difficult to get out towards Gatka. And you know, this is the sort of situation where I feel like Ida might just go back to Pachinki.
That would be a sight to see, that is for sure. But the planes in the air, the islands down below, Erangel's officially open.
बताओ ये जोन कहाँ जा रहा है?
Oh man.
हॉस्पिटल
या
लिप्पो का साइड? पता नहीं, वाइब आ रही है, मिलिट्री जोन है ये.
Adapt. You gotta be able to make those changes.
मिलिट्री जोन लग रहा है, मिलिट्री नीचे, एकदम नीचे.
Last place, 25 points on the board. If they get a good performance here, they absolutely can make a run for it. Well, let's see what happens.
मिलिट्री जोन लग रहा है.
Already out.
हेलो.
Stalber.
हाँ.
Aura going up towards.
Crisis averted.
हाँ तो सैंडविच दे दे चलेगा.
They're going east. Good play. Ida making some adjustments.
Oh, hang on a minute. One of them's going. Dark is going east. Okay, they're doing it. Okay, they're going for the.
मिल्टा. मेरे को पता नहीं, मिलिट्री लग रहा है.
It seems. Going for a little bit of a split drop, sending Darkin out, grabbing a vehicle to get on in and involved.
Little Milton power action.
Just because it's not Ida going to Pachinki doesn't mean anyone else can't go there, but I don't think anyone else has. So I was keeping track of that. There's a nasty circle.
ये तो फेरी पियर. ये जोन तो अभी कल ही आया था ना, कल था.
A lot of work to push these teams closer
कल वाला जोन है.
Sure, it has some of the military.
जो फेरी पियर के ये ब्रिज के एंड पे एंड हुआ था.
I would give it about maybe 10%.
कोई नहीं होगा, यहाँ पे 40 पे फटफट पहुंचेगी सेंटर.
Which is it's non-zero.
Full फेरी पियर के अराउंड एंड होगा ये वाला.
Going to really start to pack in around Quarry in about 5 minutes.
That's what I would do. Honestly, I'd probably make that timing a little bit shorter, especially if you're a team like Aurora, loot up military super fast, get moving across that bridge and secure those locations.
Wolf, OG and एकदम साथ में.
So much zone in the water. This is essentially like a circle 3 at this point. There's not
के
very
लिए तो
many
एकदम वो है.
spots
ये वाला जोन
available.
हाथ में दिया है.
You're going to have to get moving here pretty quickly. And you can also get moving inside the game and get yourself that Ninetales Fury Awe, guys. Go ahead and get in there quick. The Uzumaki Naruto event, by far one of the best collabs PUBG Mobile has ever done. Still around. Don't miss out.
आवाज
if you missed the show,
दौड़ नहीं बजेगा अभी. थक गए साले.
Make sure that once this stream is done, go back and check it out.
थक गए,
It was mighty fun, and of course we had to let Alpha 7 win something, even though they didn't make it to the finals. Sucks for them. They were able to take that title there. The Hokages over on their own.
The Hokages.
In their own right. The little intro video as well. Rebel looked super cool with that shadow clone.
Dude, that was the sickest
I really like that
intro I've ever seen.
जली भाई लेके अभी से घूमना शुरू भाई. ये तो खतरनाक है.
Hell yeah.
उतरो जली भाई लो गेम
Get it done. Enigma Galaxy gonna be chasing down the truck, getting those supplies.
ट्रक छोड़ो, आगे जाओ.
Like they're going to be doing so with very minimal weaponry there. Haven't been able to quite disable it before it leaves the city. Where's the weaponry? Come on. Shooting it as it leaves. They're dropping 1 or 2 more crates out. Finally, it's on fire. So a little bit slow to get this one dealt with. But finally, they find some weaponry they can use.
हर गेम
back
मार
of
के
the
आओ,
doors there.
ट्रक
They
छोड़ो,
draw too
ले लो.
close. So they'll be able to leverage that. Zones still
चलो एडमिनो लूटो, मार के शिल्ड के लो, गोबा को मारो.
But 4 Thrives went to Primorsk very, very early, Dukes, which means that they will have the pick of the litter when it comes to taking a position into this next zone.
लूट मिलती भी है ये जगह पे.
Is where do you
मैं
go
तो आज तक नहीं लूटा
at
ये.
this point when you know that everybody's going to be flooding out this way?
दो लोगों
For
की लूट
me,
मिल जाती होगी.
I feel like
T2.
potentially some of the compounds to the east
T2,
mouth of Quarry
T2.
could be quite good, but
What?
transitions away from there can be difficult as well. And the reason I'm going for that is because I feel like I would want something that's at least on the south side, just in case it goes to military.
Yeah, I would take the hill above Ferry Pier. I think that's the strongest spot.
Yeah.
I mean, because you're right, that zone could, for some reason, it's been crazy today, right? It could yoink all the way back to Millie, and you have at least a decent spot to be able to get there pretty quickly. And then plus, if the zone does go in almost any other direction, you have that sight line of that field that's right above you. So you can get a lot of work done from that position. I wonder which team is going to decide to take it early. 4 Thrives heading into Primorsk so quickly, though, I think is an excellent decision, because if for some reason that zone does go to Millie, with Primorsk secured, they should be able to at least find some boats and make a crazy rotation on in. So it's not a bad idea.
Enigma Galaxy getting out nice and quickly. Nongshan Red Force as well, moving in a little bit further south of this, and they will start to line the hills just north of Ferry Pier. Looks like they are the first 2 teams to really make that break for it outside of their looting phase. And I'm expecting a response from Fourth Rise fairly soon.
सारे
but so
लोग
far,
भाग रहे थे
hasn't
वो
really
पर
come on through.
NS
Ralph
भाग रही
able to
NGS
get a
भाग
lot
रही
more scouting
कोटी
done than maybe
already
he would
zone में
have expected to.
अरे इसको
But
बग्गी
they
दिला
managed to
भाई
sequester themselves nice and deep in towards this zone, which is, I think, going to play very well for them, taking the position just northwest of Ferry Pier.
For sure. I mean, this is still a very, very close game. I mean, second place on down, one good game we could definitely see.
उज्जवल भाई चैट में ट्रॉफी भेज रहे भाई लोग आप भी ज्वेल्स भेजो
really quickly.
ज्वेल्स इक्वल्स टू लक आने दो सारे ज्वेल्स
though in between first and second. Actually, I wouldn't even say it's a little one. It's a pretty big one here. It's 18 points between first and second. So E-Arena are going to continue to want to press that on there. At a certain point though, John, especially if we see E-Arena like pop off in this game, I think the lobby is going to have to start taking notice of it, right? If you want to be able to slow them down from setting that point threshold so high, I think if you realize it's E-Arena by getting at least one elimination on them, you may want to put a little extra urgency on trying to take them out.
Maybe, but then again, if you do that, you could be sacrificing your own point scoring potential.
आप लोग ट्राई कर लो सारे लोग ज्वेल्स भेजो एंड लक
far
देखोगे
ahead,
एकदम मजा
already to
रहेगी
be into the situation where
Try
it might
करके
be an
देखो
idea to do that. I feel like you're already running into the situation where you're just
और
trying
आगे
to
पीछे
get up
घोड़े ले
as many ladder points as you can, right? You're trying to just step up, get from 6th to 4th, something like that, go for those jumps. I feel
एक
like
चीज
that's
मैंने
the sort of
देखा है
stuff
कि
you're
समय
gonna do.
आगे
Maybe
जा
if
रहा
you're
है
at the
पता
bottom of the tables you could, but even then,
फ्रंट हो
laddering
जा
up
रहा है
is
हर
still
बार
very,
फ्रंट हो
very
जा रहा है
valuable. So I feel like, unless it's like first place is on 150, second place is on 120, third place is on like 90, even lower, that maybe then the second place team could try and hot drop and go for something like that if you have that sort of advantage with not too many more games left to play. But outside of that very specific scenario, I feel like targeting E-Arena, I mean, given the form that they're on, probably just generally a bad idea.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna. I think hot dropping in general of them is just terrible, no matter what the situation is. I just think that if you just somehow can see them, like for example in the feed, you hear the shots.
Sure.
Maybe you do a little bit extra to try and take them out. It's godlike.
Let's go, pump
with the run over. No fear getting taken out, but Sleepy.
Nice backup. Nice backup.
But godlike was right there to support his teammate. And a huge
backup, finish
right
there.
E-Arena are looking to come in for the third party from the west side here. They've already got a scout close by, and they've seen the elite Elam feed lighting up as well. Manya looking at the pressure. Fine Sky on the flush. Will E-Arena be here on time?
Manya, let's go.
Join in from the north side as well.
Let's go. Chal le lega.
Up towards this engagement.
Chal le lega. Let's go. Somai 1v3.
Knocked for 6.
अरे Tianba third party आ गई यार.
Oh, but here comes Tianba looking to make things difficult for
निकल लो एडमिनो को छोड़ के निकल लो अच्छा स्टार्ट है
right there. Godlike, get that fight done pretty quickly.
अरे यार टायर पड़ गया यार मान्या का.
The tire busted out from Manya.
दो बंदे निकल लो.
As well, so man, Godlike just not able to.
अरे यार third party आ गई.
With a good third party there, Vitality a little bit late to get involved. E-Arena wanted to maybe think about it, but they were too spread out on the western side, and so couldn't get involved. But nice and promptly, the circle in the meantime shifted back over towards the bridge. Very hotbed right now. Fourth drive.
That's just saw Coops in the elimination feed there.
That's unhealthy. That's not a good engine noise.
Here we go. Yeah, that does sound like that head gasket's in trouble here as Huzaifa is pushing up on closer to Furia. Oh, hops in the vehicle, hops back in. And now able to at least get a secure position. Ayala holding it down against Fourth Thrives. It's a party at the beach. Ferry Pier is jam-packed.
Get your sunglasses out. Get your tanning oil on. It's going to get toasty very, very quickly as teams crunch on in. Make a little bit of calm though before this storm.
Oh, I don't know. It's feeling pretty disturbed right now because everybody wants those central positions. But you're right. It does look like the teams were able to secure most of them for now.
Trying
to get an opening knock here on the OG. They got to be careful here. They're getting mighty close. Oh, and Hyunbin gets that opening knock. Nongship Are they going to press this? Looks like they are. Hyunbin up close and personal. It's Youngshim Red Force versus OG. And OG are getting picked apart here.
He's
got to find a way to buy himself some time for his team.
Okay, well, I mean, a good answer over towards Nongshim. That knock over there is going well. In the meantime, Ulf lost a player. I believe that might go for 4 tries over in Ferry Pier as well. Zaru gets back in, looking for those reses. Oh, hang on a minute.
Power.
Godlike.
Oh,
Power
with the double.
Godlike?
Godlike from the other side saying, we need some of these eliminations.
Just a cop left.
Orangutan
Needs to get Aru back, and S-Power says, you know what? My work here is done. Peace out.
See ya.
Sends back. There are only 2 players. Staying there for too long would diminish the power of the position that Salme was holding, allow Tiamba in for the north. They needed to reinforce that, so the fact that they're able to extract points and let loose some of the pressure from that south side as well is excellent stuff, so he knows he needs to be prompt on that. The circle goes back over to the mainland. So we are confirming over there. Tiamba trying to leapfrog. Looks like it's going well for now. Ida as well, trying to send in from this northeast side.
Get S2G over
Power
there.
Down
that hill and things. That's all open field there. You got Vitality holding the north side of the circle. You got one of the players from S2G. That's Kamikaze. He's going to be trying to get some angles here to see if he can find at least a next position for his team. But Ferry Pier, like we mentioned, completely stacked. Take a look at the replay here. Huzaifa. Oh, nice shot there. And pick on the Solus.
There's a complete broadside there. No way hiding from that one. In the meantime, Nongshim Red Force trying to hold down the bunker. Emre pokes his nose in. And will not like what he smells. A little bit too much cordite there in the nostrils, and Emre does get flushed away. Nongshim Red Force hold their position on the east side of that ridge line that sits wooded and covered. They're playing on those bunkers as well. A really nice defensible position. Look at the teams out on the east side as well. You've got Ida, Flash, Aurora, Furia, all of them sort of holding each other at bay right now. So Nongshim Red Force feeling very safe and secure for the next 3 minutes.
Yeah, next 3 minutes is going to work out for them, but then things are going to really start heating up here. On the north side, you got S2G now starting to press very, very close to Team Vitality. Yep, Razek just saw him. And they're going to be on the move here. Possibly trying to avoid this fight. Get a more solidified position in this circle. Kamikaze just keeping an eye on the side of Vitality for now. This is still super early here, folks. This is only stage 3, but we've just seen so much action through the chaos of that first circle placement.
Yeah, it was really hard to navigate towards it. A lot of damage inflicted, and yeah, with Aura going down as well. We're down to 15 teams, a lot of raggedy squads on the cards as well, which makes things nasty for plenty of our players. Godlike and Orangutan, though, are both in central positions as their duos, which is kind of the saving grace in terms of survivability. They'll try and keep things going. Irina on the west side, holding around that quarry. They've left Schweppes actually onto the Primorsk Hill on the northeast side of it to be that off angle for them. But they're kind of keeping out of it for now. They're kind of chilling on the west side. So for Irina, we're still waiting to see what they've got for the rest of this game. Because their path forwards may lead them to clash with Vitality or with Godlike.
You can see Schweppes, though, from Irina. He's all the way down in Ferry Pier. Just getting some sightlines, getting some intel for the rest of his squad.
Thanks for the 50 membership.
Close, though, to the side of Big Galaxy. Now you see Aurora Gaming. Let's see where this next zone's going to go, though. That's when the fight's really going to get started here. Zeol is going to eat a little bit of blue damage. He's keeping an eye on Flash. Yeah, he's trying to play this quietly, hoping that he comes in this direction, but instead goes in the opposite. Next circle does pop on over, and it is heavily to the east side.
I mean, this is good for Nongshim Red Force, right? On their position. We were talking about that before. The fights on the east side will need to conclude. Tiamba sending in a challenge on Orangutan's position, but it's fairly open on those hills. It's going to be very difficult to hold. Fortunately, there's not too many full squads around. Spot player from Flash as they try to move in. Aurora taking a chunk out to Tiamba. Now look at it overwhelmed. They've lost a player on the roll-up. Orangutan trying to hold it down, but will not be able to face the might of Tiamba, who are fielding shallow now on their roster. Leaving Milu out.
Power and Somere.
He is not needing to get him back up.
Down to a duel. Eagle trying to get that first aid off. He's going
यार
to be able to
4 men
get
रहे थे
it
ना अभी
for sure.
मस्त यहाँ से कन्वर्ट हो
On over
सकता
to
था
Fairy
मैच
Pier. Enigma Galaxy are set up. They're going to have to push into this next zone as well. Circle is closing. This is stage 4. The blue zone really starts to put in its damage here.
एंटी
Let's see what Enigma
OG
Galaxy
के 0
decides
पॉइंट
to do.
निकला
Looks like they're going to be most likely prioritizing the shoreline. That's why they're applying so much pressure to the side of Al-Ula. Quick ends up catching. Yeah, that's 4th Rise with Zaifa out. And yeah, looks like Al-Ula are going to be holding this very pure position. We've seen them do this before. S2G were able to bad beat them in that spot using those hovercrafts in a game not too long ago. So let's see if Al-Ula could turn things around.
देखने हैं ना अभी गॉडलाइक एकदम सेफ है उनके कंपाउंड में कोई नहीं है पता है ये देखो मैं दिखाता हूँ
of a lost opportunity there.
प्रॉपर
Early they were
सेंटर तो नहीं बोल सकते बट
yeah.
कंपाउंड है वहां पे कोई नहीं है बट एक स्लैम आएगा
Both Enigma Galaxy
अबे
and
मारना पड़ेगा पावर को वापस
both
से
got ahead of
पावर
them
एंड सौम्य
in terms of getting to the positions in that area. It's a little bit unfortunate. I'm not super happy about it.
दोनों दबाई वाला काम कर रहे
Now
हैं
they find themselves in the middle of a fight that may not go their way with 3 full force squads. Sorry, Ulf only have 3 players, so with 3 squads surrounding them. Luckily, they are in the zone, so they aren't super under the impetus to move, but they may want to.
यही जाएगी रे अपने पे
E-Arena, the top squad
ये
right now.
टारगेट
So many
करेगी
points on the board. Nice
वो
point
कंपाउंड
gap. Looking to make that and push it even further beyond. Team Vitality looking to make some noise on the north side. Everybody just trying to find their spot in this next circle because the next zone's most likely going to push north, and if it does, that is wide open field, which S2G have a decent position in. Tianba and Nongshim Red Force are pretty locked down, but these teams on the south side of Ferry Pier honestly should already trying to figure out what is the path they're going to take into this next circle, and the only way they're most likely going to get there is through some insane shots.
I'm looking at the shaking and moving right now for E-Arena because now is the time that they need to transition into a pivotal point in this game. For the time being, for the longest time in this game, they've just been on this west side, waiting, playing that edge, assessing the situation. But now they need to start moving forward. That is not how you want to start it. Salme immediately goes for the flush, and he's going to go unpunished for the moment. I don't think they've got an answer here. A nade up and into the top floor of the window for Tony K doesn't connect. Zest Power hiding somewhere else in the building there. Will not find that fight. So for E-Arena to lose a player here, I mean, that's great news for the teams chasing them.
Yep, huge news, and Godlike now knows exactly who they're fighting, the importance of them taking this out. Next zone does go on over, huge zone.
Godlike को point निकालनी है, आगे फिर ही zone मिलेगा.
Nongshim Red Force, that Fairy Pier heal is just so strong.
I kind of like this for Ulf as well. I mean, it may be a struggle to fend off all the teams in Ferry Pier, but once they're there, they have a fairly isolated area, survive quite deep into this match, but the transition over to the hills can be very, very difficult, especially with 2 teams lining you up side to side. Vitality going to have to make a break for it now, as they have to roll out from the north edge.
And they're going to have to cross a lot of open field here. This is what I was talking about. This zone is not very kind to those teams that were playing on the edge position. Yeah, Team Vitality, you're just kind of waiting to hopefully have these teams in the middle start fighting so they can, you know, get a free rotation onto this next circle without too many eyes looking at them. It's going to be a tough rotation. Yeah, Razy's going to be driving right back. Say, guys, it's pretty jam-packed down there.
No bueno. It is no bueno out in that open area. Enigma Galaxy finding the back tail of Al-Ula and able to drag that one back. Claws does fall. As E-Arena is still trying to dislodge Godlike. Zest Power with the shotgun tries to find one.
Nice knock,
but not before getting a knock. Now it's all up to Salme. Has got a nade cooking. Still with the pin pull, drops it down, nearly finds it. As Schweppes tries to move up to support Tony K and get that res. S-Power falls, and Salme has Mormon now to handle. Gets the first lick in with that shotgun, and Mormon has to back up.
S-Power had that. It was such a fortunate nade there. Samway has the right-hand priority. That's what he needs. Catches it on the Mormon. Nice one. And great teamwork there from Schweppes to get the nice
try. यार power knock नहीं होता ना
but in the meantime, Vitality crashing up on towards Tianba's position, playing beneath Nongshim Red Force out to the east as Vitality have taken a knock out to their western point. They are still 4 players alive, but E-Arena are rolling out now. They can turn their attention that way. Steps onto a landmine. blasts his leg sideways, and
Sare
down
upar
goes
ye team
another
zinda hai.
Vitality player. They are getting torn apart as Irina descend as well, sending a forward position. And I don't think they're going to last much longer. Ida trying to join the party, and Tiamba are now suffering. Darkin and Swain both on in the fight, taking huge swipes at this hold. And Tiamba may not have enough to hold everything off, but they will find the final blow towards Ida.
It's an open field battle here as teams are starting to crowd on in.
अरे देखा ईडा का ईडा को मार दिया बॉटम टीम सारी मर रही है
tons of nades going down, and down goes Vitality. S2G joining the battle. 2 eliminations to their name so far.
ये जो फाइट हुई यहाँ
And with that fight, all that commotion happening, it allowed them to be able to get a more solidified position in this circle. Great timing from the side of S2G. Irina are like, hey, I don't care about the timing. We're just gonna push up and hit some crazy shots and put everybody on notice.
2 teams crashed onto Tiamba's position was enough of a smoke screen for Irina to be able to move up nicely. Despite not having one of their players with them, they are now on 5 eliminations. They've pushed past the 90-point barrier now, Jukes.
Wow.
It is a great result so far. 10 teams remain, but they're on the outside of the circle, and Enigma Galaxy are going to cause problems. They've seen what's happened, and they think, no, this can't stand. No, order. And they find, well, actually, it's SKG who find a shot onto Schweppes on the back line.
Enigma Galaxy, and honestly, the whole lobby needs to start really worrying about Irina here, because the White Rabbits are starting to run away with this thing. Remember, $500,000 for first place, $250,000 for second. That's a big difference here, folks. Now we're going to see
23 पॉइंट का डिफरेंस है ब्रो हैशटैग 1 के लिए 23 पॉइंट
Irina are outside of the circle. Tiamba will be gatekeeping, and this is kind of a perfect situation for the lobby. Nongshim Red Force, though, gets super blessed in the zone. They are dead center. It is really their game to take advantage of here.
And they're really hoping that Irina go down fairly soon, because then they can put a massive dent in the gap between these two squads. Irina, though, currently focused on Tiamba and Enigma Galaxy. Enigma Galaxy find another knock, sending it over towards Schweppes. And I don't think this is going to be resible. Mormon and Turney now having to keep it together. On top of the 5 elims they found already. And Lost might have an angle on it as well, suppressing that angle, but Mormon goes down, can't hold face against Enigma Galaxy. And no knocks are sent their way either. Mormon gets flushed away, as Schweppes does get back up. Meanwhile, over in Ferry Pier, Aurora, Alula and Ulf all coming into the fight. It is getting chaotic down there, it's getting messy as well. Turney K the last to stand for Irina, and then Enigma Galaxy have to push into Tiamba. And nobody's happy in Ferry Pier either. It has been non-stop action for the last 7 minutes.
Fight after fight after fight. These zones making things so difficult. And yes, Enigma Galaxy are now on the push. They want to be able to finish Irina out completely. They don't want them getting any more points. And I believe, yes, with that nade, that's gonna do it. Irina finally taken out. But they still put points on the boards here, John. So it's like no matter what the situation, they are constantly moving that needle further and further.
Absolutely, but for Nongshim Red Force, this is a beautiful position. They were able to do a lot of damage to Furia, leaving them on 1 player alive. Flash are going to crunch in behind it. Potential to pick up points there. Aurora are going to have to leave into the sidelines of Nongshim Red Force. There is a big potential gain here if they can close it down, because they are in the driver's seat here and they need to keep control.
All these teams need it. They all need this chicken dinner. All the eliminations. Furia gone. Nongshim Red Force. Man, XCY. 5 eliminations all by himself. He's gonna have to make a play here. He's got the shotgun, but the suppressive fire from too many angles, making things difficult. Nongshim Red Force are still here though, but here's Bose from Team Flash. This nade could be big. Can he thread the needle through the window?
No.
Oh, so close.
Not quite on the first. Has another opportunity. S2G as well. Launches another one. Don't think that one. Oh, no way. I didn't think that one went through, but it did. And down goes this Nongshim push. They flexed out from their position, Jukes. It felt like maybe it was the right time to do it, but they underestimated the chaos on the eastern side, and they've let slip the strongest spot in the circle, and they will leave it all up so easy. A real big opportunity for them to put a massive jump up on the tables. They can still do very well from this location, but they have really had the juice squeezed out of them.
You're so right. I mean, they put some good, solid points on the board, but it could have been a whole lot more, that's for sure. Let's see who can take advantage of these missteps. Enigma Galaxy are still here. 4 eliminations. Aurora with 5. Big win here could put them all the way up to second place very, very easily. Tianba right there
ने तो वो जो दिल्ली भाई को संभाल के रखे हैं ना भाई, वो एंड में बहुत कम आएगा देखना.
Just trying to soak up
पूरा
anything
संभाल
from
के
his team
रखे.
at this point. Next circle go and up, and it is going to be down to that southwestern side. Enigma Galaxy barely have a position here, but this is all open field. It's time to hit the deck and hit some shots. Satan getting peppered from all sides. He goes down.
Tianba as well, but S2G take their turn at Tianba, but it's not going to go well for anyone really. Enigma Galaxy trying to step up, S2G trying to move in, but nobody can find an opening. Thanks to the suppression of Aurora. Solke goes down, and Tianba are holding their nerve, but only one player now left standing. QZZ against Kamikaze over the bonnet, tries to find the shots. 3 rounds now left in the back chamber for the S12K. Gets the reload, but it's not enough. Kamikaze keeps S2G in there, and Solke may get back to his feet. They don't have another time though, because the zone is moving in.
This area is looking like a dang blender. Shots happening all around in every single direction. You gotta find a way out though, as Doc now on the push, looking to shut things down, getting up close and personal, but it's Coops. Coops on fire, literally now, as those nades and Molotovs too strong. Coops by himself could not hang on.
And now Aurora ramp up the
Aurora,
heat,
S2G.
turning up
ये
the
दो
thermostat
teams
on
है,
the lobby.
44.
But in the meantime, S2G, they may just get themselves back up to 4 players alive here,
S2G
Jukes,
का
which
जो
is
बचा है
kind
bro.
of crazy, given the chaos that just unfolded at their feet. Remember, Tianba were there. They were taken down just about with the assist coming in. And Noxian Red Bull still alive, by the way, with their solo player up and into 3rd place guaranteed. It's a little bit less efficacious than they might like to be, given what the position that they held, but they'll take it.
It's so easy to play this quietly. He can
हर
disrupt
बार
this
एंड
pretty
जोन में
big time.
उन्होंने चोक किया है.
But you can see S2G,
अब
they
क्या
get
लग
the
रहा है?
full reset, and we got to see them bust out the welding gun as well. So they're going to have their vehicle all set up. As far as when it comes to zone control, though, it's all Aurora. They have this entire zone locked down. But the thing was, they had this advantage before against a team of Nongshan Red Force, and they lost that game. This is their chance to make up for it and secure this chicken dinner.
S2G on the ferry, but lost, gets spotted. That is Nongshan Red Force's solo.
S2G
Striking
का
out
एक one man down
wide.
कर
The
दिया.
point gets taken away from him, but diminishes the power of S2G. Maybe gives him a little route in, but already Aurora have flexed 2 players.
Aurora
out.
का chicken है यार,
I
इस
think they're
बार
going to be able to
है.
deal with this.
कर लेंगे.
Ooh, unless a nade lands on Top's head. Launches
NS
it
का
forwards
बंदा का
as he
damage
spotted
देख
it.
दिया Aurora.
Ooh, nearly, but not quite, not quite. Has to march in, making the mad dash, and Top actually not quite connecting. Has another nade to pull. Top trying to trade it off, and Aurora can really sequester themselves into this angle. Doesn't spot the nade, goes boom right next to his ear, but doesn't quite burst the drum.
That was a prediction nade, though. He knew that he was going to run up, so he threw it ahead of him and got some really good damage on the So Easy. But he is able to get away
अकेले
for
बंदे ने
now.
नाक में दम कर रखा है भाई.
Here he goes, though. Here comes some more util from the side of Aurora.
They've lost him.
They're spending a lot of time focusing on this one player of Nongshan Red
S2G वहाँ पे
Force
पूरा अपना
who's
जोन
refusing
बना
to go
लेगी
down.
प्रॉपर.
Drops a nade right in front of them. Top steps up, nearly goes
बाप
down
रे
again.
बाप.
They're having
अकेला
real
बंदा
trouble here.
इतना वो कर
And
रहा
S2G
है.
not really having an impact so far. The zone's starting to close all the way, and So Easy just about holding on. But dear life, as Reaper steps into the fight, the DBS there in hand,
Nice.
not quite enough, and down they go. Now S2G up on the chopping block, looking to try and do something.
Aurora
That
chicken
is big, and the next one is bigger.
Finally.
Takes a huge chunk out of S2G.
Finally.
And Solke trying to stay alive desperately, but he crawls onto the nade.
Kill
and
नहीं
it
दिया.
blasts
Finally
belly
S2G
open.
chicken. Sorry, Aurora
swing
chicken.
out from Ferry Pier and find a chicken dinner.
Finally.
It's about time. Aurora clutching it up.
लास्ट जोन में 2 बार इन्होंने
to
चोक
get
किया है,
it,
इस बार
but
नहीं.
in this one, they get that secure.
W's.
So Aurora showing some
W's.
serious consistency.
वाह बेटे.
When it comes to Aaron Gale here in day number 2, we still got one more left to go, and they are
ये भी relax लो, ये भी बोलेंगे मार किया. Finally.
It's exactly what you want to see. It's been said of Aurora
Chicken
before, right, that they're a team that needs to ramp up in pace. They do need a little bit of time to get into gear, and maybe that's what we're seeing here, right? Maybe they are going to be able to find that ramp up over the next, well, the rest of the matches today and in the games tomorrow.
Yeah, and it's going to be right on time too, because E-Arena have been extremely consistent today. Even when they went out now, they still put up 5 points on the board. So they're the biggest threat in this lobby here. Because remember, folks, at the end of these next 3 matches, that smash point threshold is going to be set tomorrow. Once those 10 points are crossed, the next chicken dinner, that is it. We will crown some champions. So E-Arena's job today is to just set that threshold as high as possible, and they're doing a dang good job of it.
They are, but even in that match, like a lot of the teams towards the top side of those tables were able to put up some decent games. That's right? True. You had Ulf, who was staying in fairly late, S2G fairly deep into that one, Nongshim Red Force. Maybe could have got a little bit deeper. But still, getting into 3rd place into that match was really, really great for them. A lot of teams putting up some big numbers. And sure, they put up 5. And I do praise teams for being able to do that sort of thing. But everybody is on the hunt. Everybody's hounding them down. So for E-Arena, it might be okay, but you can't have a tortoise and a hare situation. You need to keep the pace up. You cannot let sleeping dogs lie, because they will find you and they will take you out of that top spot. It's all to play for. One more Aaron Gale today before we move on to our final set of Miramars. Don't go anywhere.
इसमें ओजी का एकदम खराब मैच है, 0 पॉइंटर था. 81 क्या बात कर रहे हो? एशेक 2 आ गई क्या? कहाँ गया मेरा फोन? को चेक करने दो. आ गया अपना. एक मिनट में पॉइंट टेबल देख के बताता हूँ क्या है. टॉप 2 का क्या टीम है वो बताता हूँ. अरोरा आ गई रे, टॉप 2 में आएगी. 81, EA 90, NS 77, S2G 74, OG है 34 पे, गॉडलाइक है 34 पे. दोनों भाई दोनों दवाई वाला सीन, दोनों एकदम इक्वल चल रहे. OG 13 पे, गॉडलाइक 14 पे.
Obviously, I'm here to support Godlike Esports. This is one region that was, never considered to be very aggressive in general. But with Godlike Esports, the thinking has changed, and these guys have shown the character. Watching them perform on the biggest stage, I think it's a pride, a moment of pride and honor for us.
W Hanky bye.
The team is like a very celebrated team in India. Like, it has a huge fan base, amazing lineups, amazing achievements.
Godlike got that nice nade off the top side from Adamino. It'll be a great start for Godlike. Jukes get some early energy into today's games. Oh boy!
Wow, throwing that nade up the stairs, catching him off. That's the series holding those angles. He's doing those tight peaks. He's been throwing heat-seeking missiles all game long and opening the fight for his team. A full 4v4. S2G tried to catch a couple of their players off guard.
I say chicken cheese.
Stop S-Power. And you cannot silence Godlike in this moment. Adamino for the closing play as Godlike take this chicken dinner with ease.
The most memorable event has to be the map of Rondo, where Godlike came up with 30 points. As everyone, used to call our region as not so aggressive or passive, and a lot of things like that. But again, Godlike Esports proved with their firepower and with their composure that we do have that firepower. We can also go for, big games.
For us, us, it was like a
Finally,
very
पहली बार ऐसा group देख रहा हूँ मैं जो दिखा है.
that we qualified for grand finals. Like, I don't think anyone in India or anyone in our team must have like imagined us playing our first international tournament and straight up qualifying for grand finals. So when that moment happened, we all went crazy.
All
of us, the Godlike family, everyone in India, we were all celebrating, and honestly, I will never forget that.
The fans over here, the love for the game, it has been amazing, and we are having a great time over here till now. Yeah, I always had this dream to go and visit the Eiffel Tower.
अबे 3 मैच left है. अभी मैच होगा start.
Aurora getting a chicken dinner, but before we break down that match, we wanted to get a club championship update, and I'm joined by none other than the Glitter Explosion. You guys know her as Senorita Glitter. Tell us what's going on with the club championship.
We're just going to do a quick update here because we've got some seriously cool stuff going on in chess. Obviously, grand finals here today. Third, fourth decider match also happened. That was between two Falcons players for third and fourth place, so it didn't matter who won. They were getting those third place points regardless. But now the finals are going on between Magnus Carlsen and Dennis Lazovic, which means AGAL have guaranteed themselves second place bare minimum. Liquid could get the win if Magnus is able to do it. But either way, that keeps AGL at the top of our leaderboard by 500 points. Now, it looks big right now, but over at the STC Arena, Falcons are still in the discussion there. In quarterfinals, they will be facing off against Twisted Minds later on today. And if they're able to win, that's going to be another chunk of points in the favor of Falcons. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
It will be interesting, especially because Aurora just got to win here. They want to be in the top 8 because they want to get those points as well. Before I let you go, any team that has surprise to do it.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm loving the bounce back right now out of Godlike. They put some serious elims up on the board, so
club वाला सिस्टम गेम मेरे ऊपर से गया. जब भी मैं देखा हूँ ना AWC का club वाला सब ऊपर से गया. क्या है ये कैसा points मिलते हैं?
I want to see what else is going on with the other club championships, and I want to see what else is going on here at PMWC at EWC 26.
चलो भाई लोग मैं कैमरा ऑफ करके खा लेता हूँ, बातचीत करता हूँ मैं आपसे.
Getting that chicken dinner, but before we even do that, let's talk about the PMWC Lucky Spin available now. You can check out the Electron Energy set, the Proton Power set, and also